earthquakes, tsunamis, typhoons. Throughout history, Japan has faced countless natural disasters, especially the threat of earthquakes. Disasters can take everything away in an instant and change lives forever. Women and children, in particular, are among the most vulnerable to their impact. I'm Kiana TOMITA, Miss World Japan 2024. When I was 6 years old, I was shocked to learn that children my age were living in harsh conditions on the other side of the world. That was when I started asking myself, how can I help, and how can we make the world a peaceful place? I carried those questions with me as I pursued my studies. At the University of Edinburgh and University of Cambridge, I completed my master's degrees, researching the roles and challenges of women in society. Through my research, I became interested in vulnerabilities women and children face during disasters and emergencies. This led me to focus on disaster prevention and resilience. Now, I am a PhD student at Kyoto University, specializing in women's leadership in disaster response. Natural disasters affect everyone, but women and children often suffer the most severe consequences. For example, the female mortality rate is higher than 70% in many disasters. Additionally, it has been reported that women and children are 14 times more likely to die than men, mostly due to limited access to information, mobility, decision-making, and resources. So the issue is not only due to biological reasons, but also the result of socially structured gender roles. This realization gave me the purpose to work on my mission, changing this reality through disaster preparedness and recovery initiatives. However, no matter how much I research, there are limits to what a single student can achieve. That's why I have expanded my efforts through the Miss World platform. I recently visited the areas affected by the Great East Japan earthquake. 14 years have passed since the disaster, but the impact remains visible. In Fukushima, models of the damaged nuclear reactors are displayed, and reconstruction efforts continue. A tsunami-hit elementary school has been preserved as a memorial site with messages of support written on blackboard. At the disaster archives, I saw records of how communities were devastated and how international media reported on the tragedy. The stigma surrounding radiation still lingers, making it crucial to share accurate scientific information. Seeing is believing. I had the rare opportunity to visit the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. The remains of the exploded reactor still stand, a stark reminder of the disaster. Within just 4 hours of tsunami hitting, the reactor's core was damaged, leading to a hydrogen explosion. I also visited the spent nuclear fuel pools, where rods are stored in 12-meter deep water tanks. Though I had studied this in university, seeing it in person made me truly understand the phrase, seeing is believing. One thing that surprised me was the low radiation levels. I brought a dosimeter and measured the radiation at the most affected area. It was 79 microsieverts per hour. To put that into perspective, a single chest X-ray exposes a person to about 100 microsieverts. Through my fieldwork and research, I realized how crucial it is to go beyond media narratives and seek first-hand knowledge about disasters. This is the foundation of my Beauty with a Purpose. One of the activities I'm especially focused on is spreading awareness and knowledge about disaster preparedness. I've been delivering lectures at schools and other institutions, advocating for the development of women leaders in disaster preparedness. I facilitated discussions that encourage students and attendees to think critically and engage actively. By promoting proactive behavior, I help them understand the importance of taking action in disaster preparedness, providing them with valuable insights they can apply in their own communities. This year, I was honored to be appointed as an ambassador for Tomioka Town in Fukushima, where I'm actively involved in recovery efforts. Moving forward, I'm organizing a fundraising campaign and charity marathons, not just to provide a direct aid, but to create a recovery-to-recovery model. This unique approach ensures that donations not only support current disaster-affected communities, but also strengthen their ability to aid future recovery efforts. We may not be able to prevent disasters, but we can create stronger and more resilient society by supporting each other. Through Miss World, I'm passionate about creating opportunities for more people to engage in disaster preparedness and recovery. Together, we can build a future where communities are ready to face any challenges and emerge even stronger. Together we can. Together we rise.